this draft is just so clean. And they played so well in their previous game.
They did, actually. I would say if I were to predict the way that Tundra played and the way that Brain played, gave me a little bit more confidence for Tundra, but we're going to see it played out. Of course, if Tundra win, our tiebreakers are going to come to an end, and it will be Brain that will be relegated down to the lower division. And if Brain win, we're going to go again with the 3 games of the round robin best of 3 tiebreaker. So let's see which one's going to be together with OD Pixel and Fog.
Thank you very much, Chief. Yes, indeed. Let's find out. But it's best of 1, Tundra versus Brain Fogged. And so we're hearing from you guys, what you do like what Tundra's got. They've got this Void. They've got obviously some great follow-up. But the thing is, right, they've got a lot of defensive stuff coming out from Brain, right? These Chronos aren't going to be too easy against things like GA and False Promise. There's definitely ways to mess with the Void.
Oh, I don't see GA doing anything this game, though. It's all magic damage to follow up.
Sure, everything else is just going to blow him up.
Yeah. You know, a lot of the times we see the Omni in particular, he's picked like 90% of the time versus like Magnus, or he's just paired with that Sven, but I can see why they want to go for that amplifying, but there's just so much damage that I feel like Tundra has to just go right through it. And even time dilation is very frustrating for an Omniknight to play against, because you're never heavily gracing yourself. You're always heavily gracing the Sven. You have to rely on your Oracle to dispel it off of you so you can keep applying it. I think the good thing that they do have going for them is the DK, the pressure that he's going to be able to apply on buildings, because it is a bit of greed that Tundra does have on the draft with the Void, but yeah, I really do like the way the Tundra set themselves up this time around.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I got to be honest, I'm looking at this game, and for me, I feel like this is not a good Void game. Okay. I would not want to play him. So we'll see, because I'm looking at this, I just feel there's too many saves, and the heroes are too tanky on Brain. I don't think the Chrono, it's going to be easy to do things with the Chrono, so it'll be interesting to see which way it does play out, but I don't think it's an easy game for Skiter. Well, we'll see.
Okay. He's got the follow-up, though, right? Like, the AEA Void combo is what makes the difference most of the time, but...
We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be interesting, because I do feel differently. I do feel that I like Brain. I like Brain now. I think they're tanky. I think it's a hard game for the Void, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It says, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The best of 1 kicking off. Brain versus Tundra. Let's see who can do it.
Let's see what these lanes are going to be able to do as well. As we see bottom 33's already got the chain skilled up. Fada already catching a stun very deep forward himself. Damage. Yeah, very nice damage. Forced to salve right away.
Looking at some of these other lanes. Is there going to be any issue? I mean, mid lane, DK is going to do pretty well against the puck, right? Like, you can out CS the puck.
Yeah, definitely. That damage reduction is really frustrating, but Puck always has the orb to be able to CS with too. But yeah, Wish should have a good time there. And bottom, they're already putting a lot of pressure onto 33. He's not.
They've got him. That's first blood for Brain.
Very nice. He started. Oh, because that early level 1 that they went onto him, he actually was half HP when he gets to the lane, so they just immediately start spamming spells onto him. Nicely done from Brain. Snaking, he's pulling waves, so he doesn't actually miss out on much experience from that Timbersaw, but at the same time too, we see Focus doing the exact same thing, and Focus is going to deny a whole wave. That Sven does have, what, 4 melee creeps plus a range creep to kill all of his creeps.
Snaking, trying to come across, but
he's trying to drag it. Yeah, he's trying to drag these melee creeps onto his range creep, and now they're going to walk over and contest it. Up top. Ooh, the heal on the creep. Skylark. And 33 does hit level. It does give the first blood, so, and it was, who actually got, so it was Focus who got that first.
Yeah, Focus got it, yes.
Very important. The stick right away in the lane, or the full 1, that is.
Yeah, looks like he's got queued up as well, the Mask of Madness, so we're going to see some Mask of Madness Echo probably build up here from Focus, so a little bit different from the Sven we saw earlier today, who just went straight for the Echo.
And we see Snaking being his usual obnoxious self as the 4 position. One of the few 4s I feel like that actually still just checks every rune. He checks the 2-minute, the 4-minute, the 6-minute. He's always checking it out. So we'll get the bottle fill for 9 and deny the bottle fill for Wish. Sven is getting this full free farm because they've had to go for the Timber Chain level 1. They can't actually apply the pressure, and the damage that comes out between the two is very high, the Oracle and the Sven, especially when they hit 3. I see Focus is saving skill points too, just waiting to see which ones he does need. If he starts to get pressured in lane, he can skill himself a couple more points in stun.
Denied.
Snaking, just blocking camps and just unable to really pressure the lane much at all. And Void is suffering here in the lane.
Yep, I mean, yeah, just any of those times that you're having to farm against the Lina, it's not going to be a huge amount of fun. They're going to try and do something about Shamana, though. So bringing Snaking in as well. Close in onto Shamana, they can't.
Nope.
So he's going to happily walk that off, and a fair bit of time spent there. So the three of Tundra try and push Shamana all the way back.
And bottom, we see 33 gets raindrop. Should be just fine down here by himself. He's going to be missing out on some farm, but we'll be able to get that solo experience, and he knows that he can survive. So focus, he just puts 2 points in Greater Cleave. Snaking, really trying to get on top of one of these two heroes. But won't quite be able to. As we see mid, actually, the puck is coming out ahead. That is because he got the rune. Of course, he got that one first rune checked, and Wish wasn't able to fill up. And look at Snaking again. As we said, very pesky, always checking out the 4-minute runes, even taking away the bounty rune from the opposing side. So they actually have to double check bottom. Spartan with Wish, but 9 gets the rune, and Snaking takes the top rune. Well, actually, he doesn't. He leaves it. So 9 will be able to get both runes.
Oh, very nicely done, yeah. It's going to continue to give 9 this edge in the mid lane.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Snaking, one of the few 4s that just always is being that pesky nuisance. And Skylark in a little bit of a troublesome position. He's got boots, so he's juking away from Snaking.
That's pretty speedy.
Yeah, he's fast. He's going to get away.
He's going to be fine. Yeah.
But he's pushed out of lane, which means Void's going to be able to free farm the lane now. He has to go all the way back, and ooh, Snaking almost finds him.
That was close. Very, very close. But he's away. He's away.
Bottom 33, have you seen? He's completely recovered. 2 points in Timber Chain, 2 points in the reactive. Can't actually put pressure on him. Focus has to go for the Morbid Mass, so he actually can stay inside the lane now at this point. Start to get difficult. When 33 hits 6, they're going to be pushed out of lane. Snaking. Trying to stop this creep pull over here. They run together. Ooh, they
quite
put
the
the ward
nuisance
down.
there, just running around there, Snaking.
Yeah, and he puts the ward because you know that eventually this is going to be the area that the Sven's going to be, so they're already starting to get that early information. Even putting a deep ward behind the mid tower too. As he pushes the DK out of lane because of that rune securing, as we've mentioned previously.
Yeah, they really have just had that better control around this mid lane, which is smart to do as well. If you want to invest in 9's early game on the puck, we saw what he was able to do last game on the puck. Yeah, some fantastic plays.
Snaking. Let's have to be a little bit careful. And he's fixed that top lane. Where we saw the Void suffering on the first few levels, he's completely recovered, and although he's sacrificed his game, that's just fine. As a clockwork, he's still got his Tranquil Boots up, so he can continue to apply pressure. They start seeing the stacks coming out. Stominen, he's going to start stacking up Ancients, but Fada, since we mentioned that ward from earlier, is watching it out. And again, look at them checking the runes together, but Wish, he does get fortunate this time around. We'll be able to get himself an illusion.
The
armor of omniscience.
9 doing a good job, though, trying to hold the wave back, so Wish doesn't really get too much of an opportunity to hit the tower. And they know he wants to. I mean, you've got the 2 supports here as well, just making sure that this first out of the Dragon form isn't going to do anything to the tier 1 mid.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of people just getting used to that kind of thing. It's like puck doesn't want to fully rotate out of the lane, and then you just call for the 2 supports when the DK form is used to just stop that push. Fada even just giving him a love tap there with that chilling touch, and that's the full DK form, and he didn't get a single hit on the tower.
No, they held it perfectly.
Is under attack.
And very good aggressive, very good wards coverage to watch everywhere that the Sven is going, right? We have 1 ward in the Radiant jungle, and then 1 ward behind mid tower, and 1 around the Ancients. So they'll be able to watch everywhere that Focus is going, because as we said, he gets bullied out of lane from 33 when he's 6, and 33 is about to actually level 7.
All wands will break.
I mean, for Brame as well, it is always going to be hard to make a move onto Skiter, I guess.
Yeah.
Because this DK is not going to really look to rotate. So when it comes to actually getting the catch onto the Void, it's going to be difficult. So Skiter should have a pretty free game, and when it comes to farming, I mean, obviously for Brame, there is more potential for Tundra to make moves on their 9 with the Dream Coil. They've got to be prepared for those early movements from this puck.
Yeah, and they can't.
9.
If you get too aggressive on the side of Brame too, you just can't counter-initiate it on, right? There's a Chrono and a Coil. These 2 abilities are just fantastic to counter-initiate on, and yeah, it is tough for them to punish and slow down the Void. While we do see like the Sven, they've got coverage, they've got ward coverage to at least watch where he is farming. As Stominen continued to stack, Snaking watching it. Potentially actually going for him here too. The Ancients are actually hitting Stominen. Did enough damage.
He's got the Skylark. Yeah, Skylark able to come in and bail him out.
But he stops at one of the stacks. Now Wish, well, he sees the support movement. He does get at least a little bit of a tap onto the tower. Skiter lingering around top.
Interesting.
Thinking about going for Skylark there, but unable to just yet.
I mean, with the Chrono and the Cold Feet, they probably could just drop it and kill him. Now let's see. But he's playing on sort of the safe side of things. I guess still at 500 HP. They probably need a few. They need to get a little bit lucky on the bashes.
They have 9 rotating over. He has an Arcane Rune.
Yeah, okay, then they definitely can go. 9's going to look for the Dream Core setup here behind the tower. He might be able to get the 2 of them. No, he's going to hold on for it now. Then they're able to split. And 9 doesn't want to drop it just for the one of them. There's a nice split there from Brain. Make sure that 9 doesn't have the opportunity to set up on both of them.
They're denying the triangle, though. They're denying the extra stacks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Might even be able to take some away, especially that hard camp. As the rune spawns, Snaking actually just takes the bounty himself. How many bounties do we have actually for Tundra? I feel like Snake's taken away most of them in that triangle here.
Is under attack.
Yeah, 5 runes, and they have the 1 available.
Part,
so yeah, they have 6 to the 4 at the moment. Ooh, that was a weird TP. Stoneman just TP'd to his tier 2 from his high ground from his ancient.
Wait, what?
Yeah, a little bit of a slip up there from the Lina.
Healing shock.
Focus is the highest level and the highest farm in the game, though, so he's getting away with it.
Yeah, 100 CS already here. 9.5 minutes in.
Secondary ward placed behind tower. This sentry will take out the 1 ward, but the other ward is out of range of it, so they will still be able to watch the rotations that come in. Pinging it out right away. Snaking definitely saying how important that ward is.
Blessing.
Level's a bit limited on the supports on the side of Tundra from the way that they did do like a tri-lane, Snaking only 3. We see Fata about to hit 5, but on the other side here, Oracle halfway to 6, Lina level 4, so a little bit ahead on the side of Brim.
Bottom tower is under attack.
At least in experience.
Yeah, we have Wish going straight for the blink, of course, making sure that they have that ability to set up. They do need pretty greatly here as Focus will start clearing the stacks. Well on his way to very good timing on the Mask of Madness Echo Saber this game.
He's gonna both, and with that, of course, that Heavenly Grace to buff him up to, he's gonna be very potent. Bottom tower gets taken out, 33, just continuing to play his own game. Ooh, he gets the tree. I haven't seen a Timber with the tree in a while, actually. The combos that you can do with the Timber tree and that Ironwood tree is pretty nice. Up. Focus is waiting in the wings. He's trying to get an opportunity, but
it's hard to make this move as Brain. I mean, as you say, if you don't jump and get the kill straight away, TPs are going to be coming in, and Tundra's going to be turning things around here. So that mid lane Dream Core is going to be dropped. They want to just go for Shamanan as he steps up. Quick kill onto the Lina. The space to keep pushing in onto the tier 1.
They're the ones taking the towers with a Void versus a DK lineup. That is concerning for Brim. They're not able to actually pressure these towers whatsoever, because if Focus tries to top, he'll just get Chrono'd AA blasted and he's dead, especially now that they saw Skylark TP mid.
Tundra just playing this early game very, very smart again. Not a lot of kills, 1-1 here, 11 minutes in. Not a lot of action. But when, you know, Tundra's got that Void, I think that they're not going to be too bothered about that.
Nope.
They're happy with this sort of pace. The Skeeter's not getting pressured. I mean, sure that the Sven is getting really, really farmed as well. You know, Focus having a great time. I mean, he's 3 levels ahead as well. You're level 11 on this Sven already. He's going to hit a very good time. It's just a question of what Braim's going to be able to do with that.
Exactly, yeah. It's going to be up to Wish, I feel like, with the blink to start setting the tempo for them to actually start forcing these objectives. But they got to be careful. So much counter initiation, as we've said on Tundra, and I just keep seeing 9 getting all the power runes. I think he's gotten every single one, right? Him and Snaking have secured all of them except for that 1 illusion rune that we picked up from the DK early. Still no blink,
top lane.
but they're smoked up here.
They've just hit 6 on Fada as well, so they have the Ice Blast for this fight. Those creeps that were coming in under the tower. So they've got quite the team fight here, Tundra, so this is not an easy push for Brain.
They're smoked all behind here, too. Buffs, 33. He's gonna get gone on it.
Try and go for 33. There's the jump. Look at the Crows, mate. He gets the 4
of them.
Oh, it's a beautiful Chrono from Skeeter. They blow up the Oracle. Dream Core down onto the 2 of them. Focus, he's got to try and get it this time, but 33 chasing him down. They'll move over towards Dominant. They're going to be able to get them all. A cracking Chrono there from Skeeter. Jumps in, catches the 4 of them. I swear he made the Chrono bigger than it should have been. It looked like it was huge. He got them all.
We saw this the other day, right? From Skiter when he was playing versus Team Nigma. Dude, this was the most perfect. Look at this.
Look at that.
And they just immediately blow up the Oracle. They know their target priorities. While 33, he addresses the Sven, and Wish just has to watch, gets coiled, and then they're just all dead. Oh, no.
An excellent chrono. You don't normally see those sort of chronos coming out this early in the game as well. And in a game where not a lot's happening, 13 minutes in. And yeah, you can see on the faces now. I mean, what can you do when you get hit by a chrono that good? You know the fight's coming to a pretty abrupt end as yeah, Tundra getting a complete cleanup off the back of that.
It's a devastating hit, really. The DK shows up pre-Blink Dagger, too. Wish was like 100 or 200 gold away from Blink, dies. Now he's got to go back and finish up the Blink, and they're just under so much pressure here. 3k gold lead. Not able to touch towers with the DK. Snaking's in.
And Skylark's out. Oh, it's speeding up. It's speeding up now. You know, what sort of 1 to 1, 11 minutes in now. Boom, 2 minutes later, we're 7 to 1, 4k lead. Tundra on the verge of taking another tower here away from Brame. It is speeding up very, very fast here. Brame's got to try and slow it down.
It's like, do they want to slow it down, though? Is the scary thing, because you're playing into this Void AA lineup, and your Sven, he's going to have trouble. So with Wish, he's got to try to catch something big. He has to catch 9.
Yeah.
He's got to get a stun,
do something here.
And they got to blow him up with the Lina before the fight kind of does start. As the Tundra's just getting into the Ancient side. They're denying the Sven this area. Excellent planning from your Spartan. Trying to walk up. Immediately has to just Fate's Edict and heal himself before they even cast a spell. Wish.
I'm in Brame.
He gets the connection.
They've got the stun control onto 9. They'll be able to blow at the puck.
Ancients are cleared away, but they do get that big grab at the very least. Can they get anything else out of it, though? Focus, he popped the God Strength, they popped the DK form. Have to try to hit a tower. They have 30 seconds until the puck's back alive. I feel like you have to force the issue top. But you can get turned on. I think the chrono is about to be back up 15 seconds.
It is.
So it's a really scary push, but they have to do it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Skeeter's going to TP over mid, and they'll smoke from the mid here to try and get that wraparound behind this inevitable push that Brame's coming in with top.
Radiant are scanning.
They scan. They know this is coming on the side of Brame, yeah. They will be able to protect the Sven. So a good hit. Good hit back.
And they're going to lose someone here, probably. We'll see what Skeeter finds for the chrono.
Smoke broke. Snaking.
They need to get their hook shot. Just a sort of point-blank range here onto Skylark. Snaking's able to just step up and set up onto the Omniknight. As 33, he's got it. TP put to a stop here. Spartan is also going to get caught out as 33 takes out another. Tundra continuing to roll in the kills here.
At least they don't lose the Sven. That's the most important. It's all about the Sven at this point in the game. It literally is everything, all the weight on the shoulders of Focus. So at least he's able to survive and get close to his BKB to protect himself. But now Wish.
9, he's got the setup. Skeeter's in as well. They've got the damage.
Middle tower is under attack.
Tundra looking very, very good here. I mean, they looked in that second half of the game against OG, and they're just continuing to keep at that level here. Tundra absolutely just looking to be one of the teams that's just impressed and improved the most over this season. You know, down in these all-important tiebreakers, they're just not messing around. Both of these games we're seeing just top stuff here from Tundra.
Yeah, it really is just, it's smart understanding of what their lineup needs to do, right? Even just switching it up to do like the tri-lane top, they sacrificed the support game a little bit early, but they know why. Like, look at 33. His highest farmed hero on their team, and he was left alone bottom. He's able to do so much work and just so many different ways to reach into backline Stomanen. They're not going to use it. He doesn't actually have the mana. Well, he had the wand charges, but probably didn't want to use it anyway.
Nah, it's like Selena.
Yeah.
Temptation would have been there, but honestly, when they're crushing us hard, it's not like they need to sort of hold on to these little kills. Skeeter can wait for the big stuff.
Chrono is for the Sven.
Yeah.
Focus. We'll TP down bottom. The ward is already set up, though, so Tundra...
They know Void's playing on this half of the map. Yeah. Maybe they can try and find the Void.
They got a smoke, though. Okay, so they will. So this should be a little unexpected here. Maybe they can actually catch Skeeter. They know that ward is there, too. They're pinging it. All 5 heroes. Lina kind of baiting them down there, showing 1 hero. Maybe Skeeter will feel safe because of that.
Let's see, Skeeter. Is he going to jump in for the wave? Or is he tempted? Skeeter. He might be. He's got an ice box pack. He's going to jump in. Oh, but
they're ready for him.
Straight away, as soon as he's in, they strike from the trees, and Skeeter will fall for the trap.
Beautiful, beautiful setup there from Brame. Now they can go for a tower themselves.
Dire's structures are
They read the map
fortified.
so cleanly there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oops. Didn't mean to ping. You guys saw that? I think the guy just saw it, so whoopsie.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, they get the tower.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Snaking his invis, watching out here. All 5 heroes of Brame in the area, looking to take away the Ancients, get a bounty rune too, but 9, he's keeping over. 10 seconds for Faceless Void.
Yeah, I mean, Void's up again soon, so they've got to be a little careful with this timing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Brame, they do
Radiant's
respect
middle
it.
tower
They're
is under
going to make
attack.
sure they're not still on this half of the map while Skeeter's respawning.
That was clean though. Clean execution. With this, now they know that DK form was down. God strength down too. They're just going to go into the Broche, and they have all their ults available, so it does not feel like Brame can contest this whatsoever.
Got to let this go.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Second,
They're gonna scan it,
at the
but-
very least, in the meantime, we see Oracle get a stack. They know they can't contest it. So just gotta maximize. Get a stack out, let the Sven farm the stack too.
Sharon has fallen
we
into
have
the
it.
dark.
He's walking up. 9, scouting as well. They're gonna block the Ancient. Actually just putting a sentry right outside of it, maybe checking for vision.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Keeping that 4K lead here, Tundra. Sven is still absolutely massive, as we said. Focus needs to play the perfect game. You get the hook shot.
Coming in.
Hey, Blast
We'll be able to
misses.
trap him. But the BKB try and fight back. Skeeter's coming in. He's going to drop the chrono. We'll look to lock down focus. Skylark is there at the side, though. We'll be able to offer protection here with the GA. BKB comes to an end, though. Focus turns toward 9. 9 tries to jump up at the side of the Laguna's in. They've brought down 9. Focus gets surrounded. Another light trigger coming out. They're keeping Focus alive here. And now the bash is coming from Skeeter. Focus will finally fall. And Tundra will now start to run down the rest of them. 33 looking to push back Wish. The man on ultimate with the light strike array. Skylark able to save himself. They managed to get the majority of them out there. Tundra, they may lose 9, but they do get that big kill. They are able to take down Focus.
And he did use God strength also right before he did die, so won't have that when he does come back up. And it looked a little scary for a second, the chrono, not having the most damage since the A blast whiffed over. Didn't actually connect on top of that Sven, but overall Tundra still comes out ahead because that's the only hero they need to kill. It's only the Sven. That's the only hero they really need to worry about at all, is snaking. He's trying to punch back here. Kind of tanky though.
There's an ice spot's coming in as well, so they're not going to push into this 9. No dream call for 20 seconds still.
Spartan's there as well.
And it's just very, very hard, even with that, getting 9 in that sort of situations for Brame to really do too much, especially when their Sven's dead. They've got to try and take these trades, but without Focus dying, so that he can continue to hit the creeps. I mean, he's still there at the top, but every single fight like that, the gap does shrink.
And there's just, like we said, there's just so much overwhelming damage that's coming out. Like even 33 has Kaya Sange now on top too, so his damage is just amplified that much more. And so is his tank ability. He's really been the problem. He's 3-1 and 4. He dies that one time in the laning phase, but besides that, his damage has been ridiculous in the fights. This Timbersaw is just shredding them, shredding the Sven in particular. As soon as that BKB is gone, he just erases him.
We've seen this so many times from 33.
Yeah.
He always has left the old Timber, and looking as good as ever here. Bringing it out multiple times here with Tundra. Bottom lane, quick burst onto Fada, shows himself in the lane.
Nice move.
Now to delete the AA.
9's got a DD though. He'll strike back.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Could we get some damage numbers?
2 here with this.
When you got a chance, by the way, drops. Let's see. Catpuck's still doing the most, but we see that Timber number 2.
Oh, top spawn. He's not getting out of this. Another catch, another kill here for Tundra. 14 to 5, a 7k lead. And they're chasing. They've got a hook shot available. See if Snaking's able to find an angle.
How long on Chrono? Chrono back up in 3 as well. Yeah, Focus has to get the hell out of
They
there.
gotta run. They gotta run. Get out. Get himself off to the other side of the map. Bottom lane 9. The coil onto Wish.
They have vision of him still? Oh, okay. He'll do a blink away. We still have that ward on the high ground. 9 just being annoying. Has died twice. Doesn't matter for him as he knows he has his other 2 cores scaling so heavily. And Focus, he's just going for the big damage next. He's going for that Daedalus right away. With the Imp Claw too, he does hit hard. He just still 1 minute and 10 seconds on Skeeter.
Yeah, they'll want to do something with this. I mean, Skiter.
He can just boss
He's
him
got
out
Ice
of the
Blast back up
ancients.
if he wants to try and go for
Radiant's
something
middle
here.
tower is under
A
attack.
bit deep. But he can just push the Sven out of the ancient area, which is denying a lot of farm from focus. Like, they're trapped in their base right now for the last like minute or so. So 8k lead for Tundra with the way that they're playing the map. And 33 takes a
Radiant's
tower
middle
also
tower
during it.
has
It's already got the shard queued up. We saw how much damage he was able to do last time with it.
Radiant's top
With all the
tower
spell
is
amp
under
this time
attack.
too, it's going to be even more potent. And on to the next tier too. Can't contest it either on the side of Brame. Wish has BKB, so he's a little bit safer inside of the fights, but you see this Timber doing the most building damage.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I mean, for Brame, is it still just a case of just having to avoid the fights? I mean, or like how do you play from behind in this sort of game?
It's just not easy. Like they don't really have great targets to go for. They have to try to take out. I mean, honestly, they have to kill Skiter before he gets the chrono off in some situations at this point, because anyone else they kill, it doesn't feel value. They have to delete the void, the chrono concept. But he's been in such good positioning so far, Skiter. Just that one time that they were able to get him bottom. It just does get reclaimed, but it's given him time to farm a BKB. So now if he sees these stuns coming, he'll just be able to BKB and turn it, and then the fight is just over. You see 33, he has it also level 18, so level 3 Chakram online. Hasn't quite bought the shard out yet, but very likely to do so. It's so much overwhelming damage. When those BKBs are down from focus and from Wish, they're just gonna disappear so quickly, this Timber.
Another smoke here from Brame.
They're starting
They
to
want
fall
to try
far.
and take the fight outside of the base, try and take it in a situation where Tundra's not ready.
Yeah, they're
So they
falling
can
too
get
far
a jump.
behind, because it's just the gold lead is just increasing and increasing and increasing. Tundra has too much map control. Let's see what they find here. Ooh, Spartan. He reveals. Tundra's ready for this move. 9 also going the very safe route, knowing that the only way he dies if he gets chain stunned, just gets a BKB. So yeah, continuing to look. I don't know how they initiate the fights on Brame. It looks just so hard for them.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, as soon as they sort of head out the base, they just get back to the base. It's
And now they're going to
very,
smoke
very
out.
difficult.
BKB delivered for the Void. They can smoke and look for the fight themselves.
Yeah. I saw Skiter hitting an incredible chrono earlier. Let's see if he can do it again.
And as we said, it's a full 4 protect 1 really at this point. Look at the itemization also from Skylar. Aether Lens, Glimmer Cape, and a Whip. So he's just sitting back trying to get the distance. I like the Aether Lens pickup because he needs to just be able to somehow position himself out of chrono. I think even a Blink next is probably going to be something along the build because his whole job is just get the Heavenly Grace and GA onto that Sven. Which is very difficult versus all these AoE team fight abilities. But yeah, swoop over, control the map again. And Brame just has to continue hugging each other. So
I mean, they keep trying to set up to just, try and catch some sort of mistake from Tundra, but Tundra's just not. They're not making it. Ever since we had that one move from Skiter getting caught out down bottom, they've been very careful, Tundra, not to leave themselves open to be caught by these traps that Brame's trying to set.
Such safe play. Roche may respawn in about 35 seconds too, so continue to play in this area, get the ward vision around here, and deny any type of ward vision from Brame. Brame now can't actually go up here and get any information. They've got wards in their jungle, but this is not the wards that you want to have when Roche is the next biggest objective in the game. At least it's some vision, but...
Let's see what the players hit. Tundra holding the high ground. Brame know where they are.
Itemization on point so far for Tundra. I'd imagine 33 just goes for a Lotus Orb next. So, the way that you used to play versus the Sven, same similar kind of concept. Lotus Orb super effective. And Brame just has to hug focus, as we mentioned. Like if he dies, game's over pretty much. Wish trying to find his own farm, but feels like he's really just a stun at this point in the game. 27-minute neutral items getting picked up here. Thunder just chilling. Yep, taking the ancient farm, waiting for Roche. 1 minute, 20 seconds on that one. And Snaking even just farming out the other side, picking up the bounty runes. So scouting out the area. They even have a ward to cover their ancient side too, just in case, to watch if the Sven does try to farm over there. But yeah, Tundra's just controlling the entire map.
I mean, Brame's got nowhere to go.
They got nowhere. Wish is pushing up bottom, but he sees an illusion of a clock, and he's like, oh, okay, it's an illusion. Very difficult game. Tundra just playing it patient, playing it cool. Cloak of Flames picked up for 33, even tankier.
Very much one of these games where there's going to be one big hit from Tundra, and then the game's just going to be over.
Exactly. 33, actually, okay, he's not even going to go to Lotus. He's just tanking up. If he gets hard, he's unkillable. So.
All right, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, he has a lot of options,
yeah.
to be fair. He can go Halberd, he can go Lotus. There's a lot of good items that he can go for in this game versus this Sven at this point. Halberd maybe not as effective because there's so much status, but that Heavenly Grace, but yeah. Ceremonial Robe, nice pick up there too for Tundra. Really strong one with that puck. They will see 33 a bit far up. They're gonna go for him. They actually get him.
I mean, this is what Brain's been waiting for.
One opportunity.
Sort of a minor slip up, and then boom, they're there on top of him.
And Roche is coming up in 5 seconds too.
Very nice move from Brain. I mean, if they've got to try and turn this into something else. They've managed to blow open an opportunity here.
BKB from 9.
I mean, damn it. One more hit and he's gone.
He might just die.
Hook shot. He's going to give him top of the Laguna. They've got him. And now snaking. It's got us what? The patience from Brain to wait for the smallest of mistakes here from Tundra. It's paid off. They've killed off 3. Brain holding on. I mean, they found that opportunity and they've worked wonders with it.
And now he's got a Daedalus too on top.
Yeah.
He's gonna have his level 20 talent 2 in a second, and he did pick up an Orbit Destruction, so high burst damage coming out from the Sven. Tundra, they slipped
nice
up.
stuff.
They're not gonna be able to get into the pit though. That's probably the best target, but they don't have God Strength, so it is still difficult for them to actually just straight commit. Because you can just still get Void, Chronoed, and then AA blasted. So he's gonna give time for Tundra to respawn. Good hit though. 33 has to give some respect to the damage that they have. He's gonna opt away from a heart. He's gonna go for Aeon Disc. God Strength 20 seconds.
Play around this Brain. Maybe they can continue to swing this away. If they can sort of make one hit like that, they will have the opportunity for Roche. Or at least to sort of force buybacks out of Tundra around that Roshan objective. So
33, he's got that Aeon Disc locked up, ready to go, in case he does get gone on.
Are scanning.
They're actually looking for the fight themselves. Scan comes out. From both sides, actually.
on Focus, he's just coming
Face
in.
checking.
What? He's just ready to go on the front here, Focus. So they can do Skeeter in the pit. Skeeter's going to start to go to work on Roche.
Mindbreaker.
I mean, they're slowly doing it here, Tundra.
Getting whittled down.
You would imagine Brain wants to try and get in on this.
It's scary running in with their heroes, though, because then that's where it gives up the information of where the Oracle and Omniknight's positioning is, so...
I remember what you have to let it go. You think this is the move here for Brain? You don't take the risk of a fight round Roche?
Yeah, I think it's just scary. Like, when you're playing on the defensive and you can actually position yourself easier on the Oracle, it feels better, but when you actually have to go for an aggressive play, it reveals that positioning. It gives the opportunities for Clockwork to do his thing. So yeah, they're gonna get that Shard, that Aegis, and that Cheese out now too. Skylark, he reveals himself with the Purification.
Cool.
Okay, he'll be okay, but that was a very bold one by him.
Can't afford for him to get caught outside of the base. Nice to put the Aeon Disc here, yeah, from 33, so that's down for 90 seconds.
Gonna take that outpost away. 100. He just left this one for a while here. Snaking now looks like he's going to. Yeah. 3 parts toward that Aghanim also on this Clockwork. A really big one, as we know. Sven BKB is the most important thing for him, and lots of different cool tools for them to kite him out, especially when they do have that out. They're gonna smoke, though. Trying to catch Tundra off guard, as Tundra is splitting up a lot. See what they can find. They also have the Orchid now, as well on Wish.
They can find 9.
Hey, they're playing so
Nice.
careful though. He just keeps he just waiting rifts the wave, snaking rockets the wave too, so they're just keeping these waves pushed out. Without showing much of anything besides Skeeter, who is the one with that Aegis.
We we're seeing excellent efforts though here from Brame, considering how much of a disadvantage they're having to play out right now.
Absolutely.
And it's just Tundra just still. I mean, they know Tundra. If they just play the sensible, the win will probably be theirs. They've just got to make sure that they don't get caught off by these little moves around the map by Brame.
Gonna pressure tier 2. They see the DK top skiter. Aim blast whiffs again.
Tower is under attack.
Rocket to scout. Instant false promise.
Bottom tower
Right.
has fallen.
Will be able to get themselves away. Will they lose anybody? Doesn't look like they will. Little escape.
Okay.
False promise 70 seconds. Limited mana on skiter, but he's got clarity as he's bringing more as well. Always keeping himself on that mana pool. They've got a ward down here too. They're pinging it. They know it's wardage. Dominant is pinging it out. Right now, Tundra does have the information of where the Sven is. He took the outpost back. Skiter. He's walking right into them. Just under the high ground. Okay. Oh, yeah,
I mean, he's got the shard.
Still
He's
a
got the
little
shard.
scary though, but
He's able to easily decliff himself.
that shard is so frustrating. Takes the cooldown talent, of course, at level 22, so you can just play around it even nicer. He's got enough attack speed with the Mjolnir, with the Elven Tunic. Playing it chill, just playing the farm game.
I mean,
That big scaling. They know that it's
they're owning the
it's
map.
just the Sven. It's just the
Yep.
Sven who's scaling. DK started to fall heavily off as he has been for the last, 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. Omniknight's not scaling either. They're just playing it cool.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
33 has a full Shivas. Just picked up, but they're going on him. Aeon Disc,
Oh.
it's there.
I'm going to see the wrap around here, Skeeter. They're going to look towards focus Chronos down. Got the two of them. Skylark's having to get the GA off them. Stay down behind it all. Skeeter popping the BKB, trying to come in on, but Wish with his own BKB will get out. They'll look towards Spine in the trees. They'll bring down the Oracle. That's one from Skeeter, who wants to keep trying to chase on. Dream Coil's down on the two of them. Skeeter will go for the easier kill. Turns his extension over towards Skylark. They bring down the Omniknight. You hook shot in. They're looking for his Sven. He's going to get the BKB off. He does. Skeeter's got, they're going to be able to bring down the ones. The age has gone on Skeeter. Focus is going to have to look to reset back in the fountain though. 3 are dead on Brame. So
And that's the
Tundra,
God Strength.
they can push on.
God Strength is down. Tundra not as reliant on Chronosphere to fight as much as Brame is as reliant on God Strength to do damage. 3 heroes dead as they try to make an aggressive move, get punished.
Radiant's top
Very likely to
tower
lose the
is
Rex.
under attack.
Wish's Elder Dragon form also was used.
Yeah, and even with that up, they just can't get in whilst they've not got the full squad up.
No.
They need the backup of Skylark.
Radiant's top
Tundra
has fallen.
take the top racks. E-Blade done on 9. They'll move over towards the mid. 9, he's going to be able to set up on the Focus. Focus has tried to get in on this. He needs help, and he needs it now.
It's Coil.
Dream Coil's down. Focus, he's gone. Does have buyback here. Skeeter in onto Spartan. Spartan, he does not have buyback. He's out for 45. Tundra pushing back the rest of the range straight towards the fan. And buyback comes out. They're going to get Skeeter. They jump here onto the Void. They've taken out the Void. What more could they find here, Bray?
It's expensive. Focus having to buy back for that kill there. They have to get more.
33.
He's strong. He's got Aeon Disc still.
He's very tanky.
Has been killed.
Light strike array. They've really got the damage to bring down this Timber. They don't. Cannot commit for 33. Maybe snaking though. Focus, full tag. They'll be able to bring down the clock. So a second kill to be found here from Brain.
Not enough though.
Expensive defense.
And he did lose the components, I believe. He lost his courier on the
He
Sven.
lost half the MKB.
Yeah. Constantly getting annoyed here too. 9. Very frustrating with this E-Blade.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Brain. We'll find an opportunity to push back here, but indeed in this very vulnerable position of
Middle tower.
Is that
they
where it
lose the
died?
Sven, it's game over.
That's where Foddick killed the courier. I was wondering what happened to it. Oh, that's calm.
This time respawn now. Brain's got to be careful.
Yep, Chrono's back available too.
Yeah.
more death on the Sven, and that will be it for Brame. Have to be so careful to defend focus. BK beats down to 7. Fish. Be okay. He had BKB. But Skeeter was chasing. He's still got another time walk in 2 seconds.
They're still going for this.
Flash.
Look to turn. Now, I mean, they've managed to get Wish back to the safety of his base.
Saves the BKB as well.
If they can hold for a minute, he will have that MKB out on him. Just needs a minute here without Tundra bringing the siege.
Look at the pickup that 33's about to have. He's about to have a Wind Waker. So he's going to have ways to protect heroes that do get focus fired by that Sven as well, too. He's going to have to guard his buddies.
All right.
That's a cool pickup. I never get to see it. Oh, he changes it. Boo. Okay. He's going for the eggs. He just wants damage. Makes sense. Look the way 33's just been bossing it up 7 and 2 and 6. Top net.
Especially in these situations where the GA is getting off here outside of the chrono. They want to have more magical
really
to throw in.
Oh.
Snaking. It's got BKB. The chronos come out. GA will come into play. Can they keep this Sven alive? This has been false promise for well. Focus is able to get the BKB off. They'll turn towards Skeeter. Skeeter having to put the BKB and jump out to the side. Focus trying to get onto Fada, but he cannot do so. Back up into the base. 9, he dies. He's gone into the high ground. They're able to blow up the pump. That's 9 gone. As now Brave, they're going to try and look for more here. Skeeter, he's up with the time walk. So he's actually thinking about getting back in on this, but they'll be doing this 4 versus 5 now.
They know God's strength is starting to wear off, so they're thinking about going back in when that is ending.
Oh, but 9 just gets blown up. I mean, the game will continue. They're maybe down 20.
Gotta love him. What a nice lad. Look, they tip him. They're like,
oh, they might be AFK.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to take advantage of anything here. You know, what is a fair game here?
Absolutely, very, very respectable sportsmanship here.
And Focus.
Double checking.
Yep. Focus. He did of course get that MKB back after his courier respawned. Almost level 25 on him too.
There it goes.
His damage will be through the roof.
All right. That's a lot of damage. They've got to be careful even when they're jumping in with these BKBs. If he's at turn, a few hits and these heroes will fall. You know, especially as we're seeing 9, he's got to be careful. This BKB won't keep him safe. If he's in with the BKB and finds himself next to Focus, a few hits and he'll get blown up.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he actually goes for an A on disc too. In case, just to protect. He's got the E-Blade to guard himself and his teammates and stuff like that, but might actually need it as we see 25 picked up on the Timber Saw. Ridiculous damage coming out from him, and now he's got even more. Versus those 3 strength heroes, Whirling Death is going to pack a punch.
Smoke up from Brame though. As soon as God Shrink is back up, they'll look to make a move. They know there's still this window where there's no Chronosphere. Just trying to work with every little thing that they can find here in this game.
20 hit on Lina down bottom. Continue to get this big farm on the Lina too. Good pick up there. Spell Prism. Penta Edge also.
Penta
More
Edge.
damage for Focus. Very nice.
Here for Focus.
Yep.
Very nice find.
Who do they give the Spell Prism to is the question. Do you give it to the Lina? Or do you give it to the Omni? Because Lina already has...
Yeah, I think Omni's going to take it,
He already has Timeless Relic. Omni's actually taking
Yeah,
Charm.
you'd rather have Relic on Lina, surely. Yeah, you want to give Spell Prism to Omni, yeah.
Actually, Spell Prism? No one's actually taking it. Maybe Sven. Oh, actually, Sven's going to take it. Okay. Cooldown. I mean, it's all about God Strength.
I mean, sure, it's all about God Strength.
Sure.
You're right.
Sure.
Okay.
He's about to hit 25 too, so.
All right. I mean, yeah, I guess so. And honestly, yeah, with the 25, like, you're doing insane damage anyway, so maybe sort of negligible how much of a difference the Penta Edge would make on top.
Yep.
You know, you'd rather have the cooldowns. All
Definitely
right.
makes sense. Roche, it's back up. And it's got an Agony Blessing.
Now, it's still down 20k. I think it's a little too much to expect to fight around here, right?
I don't think you fight here. No.
You're
That's
not
exactly the same
doing anything
concept. That's where you just give away the positioning of your Oracle and your Omniknight, and you're very likely to get full man chrono. So they actually stepped themselves out, but won't be able to contest. Are they going to give Skeeter the Ags, or are they going to give it to 9? Looks like Skeeter's the one holding. I thought perhaps they give it to the Puck, just because of that coil, but he wants to have this time off.
There we go, ready to go down mid. Tundra. Just in hand.
The armor.
Still only 24 on Skeeter, but he's got a full Scotty too, so he's that much tankier. No backtrack yet. And I could actually argue this game for being a Chronosphere AoE one because he has to catch the backline heroes, but most people just default anyway. So we'll see which one he opts for, but either way they're pushing as dodges the stun nicely.
Yeah, you're playing against Oracle and Omni. These two heroes are really messing with these Chronos that, otherwise, if Skeeter's able to get these Chronos, like, he'll be able to end the game. You can put the game to a stop. He's going to jump in for the backlines. Will jump out as well. Just a bit of a poke here. Time warp.
Wish pops his ulti, and he did spend his gold. He buys the full Aghanims onto the
Nice
DK.
with the BKB onto the back. He's trying to control them here with the Dream Core. Look at what Spartan, but Spartan's able to keep himself alive. Nobody will die here yet on Brave. Space being made up for Skeeter to keep hitting on to the tier 3s. To jump in over towards Wish. Shack comes out as well. Wish falling pretty low here. Can they keep it like the false promise? Just in time.
Barely.
Spartan will be able to save Wish. They'll get him back to the fountain.
No false promise now for 85 for the Sven though, and Sven also popped God Strength.
All ones will bring.
Skeeter being so annoying here with these jump backs and forth.
He really is in and out. Skeeter.
Ooh, they're trying to predict it too. Nice try, Showman.
In strength is victory.
God Strength's almost gone.
This is going to be that nice timing for Tundra to try and strike. His focus is without one of his biggest strengths.
Are fortified.
Purification being used. They're going to try and set him on a Skeeter, see if they can burst it. Oh, it's close. Skeeter is getting right. They can. That's the focus is gone. Immediate buyback from Focus is ready for round 2. Wish gets cut down at the side. The 33 floats him up. And now the Chrono comes down and he's caught the two of them. The Oracle and the Omni, Spartan and Skylark, the ones that have been quite the issue as Tundra have tried to close this game out. But now they're gone. There will be a buyback up on Skylark. But with DK and the Oracle gone, just 3 left to defend her against the full 5-mana Tundra. This should be the opportunity for Tundra to close this game up.
The man, 33, just that talent is so ridiculous. The level 25 talent on the Timber versus these strengths is focused. He's got a BKB. Getting bashed up.
Strength in 5 seconds. And if you can wait for the Contra, they can do something over to the side, though. Skylark's gone. Another man down here without buyback. They will manage to pull up Snaking there with the Laguna. 5 seconds and Oracle's back in the game. Snaking's buying back. He's had enough of this. He wants to close this up, put this game to an end. Look at the jump over to watch the man. Let's see Focus getting out here with the God Strength.
Radiant's middle
Use the
tower
false
is
promise
under
very early, though,
attack.
to keep Focus safe.
Can't do anything. Just has to watch. Without BKB, he knows he will just die if they get too many spell combinations on him from 33. Tundra. Poke him. Tip's already coming up for Fada.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they're closing up Focus. He's got to do something now, BKB or not. Otherwise, this game will be over. Focus A just takes a full ice blast to face. That's it. Focus
GG.
gone. GG is called. Tundra will take this best of 1 as well against Brain.
Very methodically as well. Very clean performance from them.
They play it safe.
This second half of the season from